Your physical recovery begins with three things: working with the hospital staff to heal after surgery, starting physical therapy, and learning how to move safely.
You're going to probably get up pretty quick after the surgery happens. Whether it's the PTs in the hospital or whatever, they're going to show you the correct way to do this and to get up and be safe. The main thing you want to do is be safe in everything that you do. But you want to get up, you don't want to lay there.
The in-house physical therapist will show you a program of stretches and exercises to improve your balance, strengthen your muscles, and maintain your range of motion. Commitment to your physical therapy is key.
Your goal should be to do your exercises, do them religiously.
Regular exercise and safety are important both now and down the road. The therapy you start now will get you ready for an artificial limb. Your dedication determines your success.
Enjoy that time from the time of surgery till we get the prosthesis on you, because you're just doing exercises and that kind of thing. But once we get the prosthesis on you, we're going to work. We're going to make something happen.
It's easy to see that recovering physically means giving yourself time to heal, having a strong support team to lean on, and being committed to helping yourself. What some people forget is that your emotional recovery demands these same things. Just as your limb takes time to heal after surgery, it takes time to deal with your feelings, worries, and emotional pain, in the same way as your doctor, nurse, and therapist help with your physical recovery. Talking with a counselor opens the door to healing emotionally. Coping with the enormous changes in your life can sometimes seem overwhelming.
When you're in the hospital and you just had amputation done, whether it was an injury or whether it was illness, you've been in your worst situation usually by now. I tell most people, you know, you're still the same person inside. We didn't choose for this to happen. It's something that has happened, but let's make the best of it now, because you hadn't changed inside. Just because, you know, a limb's missing, that doesn't mean that you're different. It just means that something's changed. And you know from your life already that life gives you changes all the time. There's support people, there's support systems to help you through this time. What most people are feeling, and I've talked to a lot of them, what I see is a scared feeling. The main thing is just remember that's temporary, what you're going through right then. Once you just sit down and you just talk with a support person, you know, a lot of those true feelings start coming out. You don't have to be that strong person right now. What you have to do is find out inside what's going on, talk it out, find those answers to those questions. That seems to be the very starting point of the healing. To actually look down and see something gone is kind of breathtaking. Everyone has their own kind of hot buttons when it comes to emotions. It can be everything from worrying about your kids, how you're going to support your family, what's going to happen to me now, my family, you know, how's this going to affect them? And so that's where that support person can come in and help with that. From the family and friends, you get all kind of reactions, and it's basically because they're uneducated about what's happened. Of course, it puts a scare through everybody. They don't know how to deal with it. I've seen amputees that dealt with it better than some of their, you know, spouses did or their children did. Some of them don't want to talk about it. Some of them want to get you all the help that they can. And usually when that happens, it really works good to have a support person there. A lot of times the counseling actually not only just plays for the amputee, but it plays for the family and the friends too. I've been in and you know, talked with families. I've had families that walked outside the room with me because they were afraid to ask questions in front of the amputee. And you know, and I've spent a lot of time answering those questions. I encourage the families to come in with the amputees and be a part of it and see it all happening. See what their loved one or family members got to go through.
Learning from your counselor is good for you and your family. As you prepare to leave the hospital, it's just as important to learn about the next steps in your journey. An artificial limb, called a prosthesis, is the path to your mobility. Just as your natural limb is unique to your body and how you move, a prosthesis is designed and made specially for you. A practitioner called a prosthetist is someone that learns about you, talks with you about your lifestyle and how you move, and works with you to create a highly customized artificial limb. Because you work closely with the people who make your prosthesis, it's very important to learn about your choices. Just remember, you can choose your prosthetic facility.
I just kind of believe that if a person makes an educated decision on where they go get their prosthesis made, that the outcome is going to be a lot better. This is not your surgeon's decision. It's not my decision. This is a patient's individual decision. The process and patient build a close relationship, especially when the process cares about what he does. I think the ones that work best for you are the ones that educate you the most, treat you like a person, not an insurance claim. What you need to find is somebody that cares about you as a person, finds out your lifestyle, finds out what you like to do, what you want to do. What he should do is look at you as a person and what you have the capabilities of doing and try to make that happen, whatever it takes. That's something I ran into, going and seeing process, and actually I went in there and they never asked me a question. They basically just told me what they could do for me. What I saw was the results were never very good because they didn't know anything about me. A process that doesn't listen to his patients is just not going to get the same results as someone that does. If they listen to their patients, they're going to find out more information. The more information a process has on a patient, the better results are going to turn out.
A big part of creating a custom prosthesis is choosing from the high-tech components available today. The more your prosthetist knows about you, the better he or she can work with you to choose the right pieces. There are a lot of options, and choosing can be complicated, but your prosthetist is there to help. Here's the basic way a prosthesis works. From the ground up, you'll have an artificial foot and ankle that work like your natural foot. If you're amputated above the knee, you'll have an artificial knee joint as well. Your limb fits into a socket created specially in the shape of your body. The socket is made so that vacuum suction, a lanyard, or a pin and lock hold your prosthesis in place.
The socket is the most important part of a prosthesis to me. And the socket is the part that the body actually goes into, because that's something custom fit to that person. Whether it's a microprocessor knee that you're wearing, or the highest quality of foot that you can put on, or a stick down there, you're not going to use it if that socket's not comfortable. So you've got to make sure that it's comfortable and functional, and it can be done. You don't have to walk around in pain. A prosthesis should not hurt. I went to a lot of different places, being fit for prosthesis, and I had issues. I had skin breakdown, I had pain, and I had people tell me, you'll get used to that, you'll learn to live with that, and you don't have to do that. A prosthesis is not made to hurt. The last place I went to as a patient was a place I went to for 15 years. I looked at my first prosthesis, I looked at my last prosthesis that they made me, and it was basically the same thing. Once I found someone that knew how to fit my prosthesis correctly, my prosthesis is very comfortable. I do everything that I want to in it.